Hey YouTube, welcome back. This is Johnny Torres with another video where we talk about drums and do all kinds of percussion things. Where if you're a drum lover or a music lover, this channel's for you, man. So how's everybody doing? It's cold today, man. It's like 34 degrees. So, but we got something cool in store for you. We got a road trip today. We're going to a drum company. Drum company that makes their own drums and rewraps stuff. I've never been there, so I'm excited, man. And hopefully, with some luck, maybe we get to sit down and jam on a on a drum set. The guy's name is Joshua. He's the owner of Breslow Drum Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Franklin. So yeah, man, I'm excited, and got this cool hat from a buddy of mine, Mr. John Priggy, from his apparel store. Thank you, Johnny. And I'll plug his location, his website here in a little bit. So yeah, join me. Here we go, man. Let's get on this road trip. All right, we are here. So let's go meet Joshua. Excited. Joshua,
Johnny,
good to meet you, man. Good to meet you.
Right, how are
My
you
buddy
doing?
Fran.
Fran, good to meet
So we are here just to kind of check it out.
Do it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Got
Let's
it.
see.
I'll take you downstairs.
Sure.
And we'll just kind of walk you through everything.
All right, sounds good.
Probably makes sense to start over here.
Oh wow! Look at this. Wow. So I'll just kind of like talk to you a little bit.
Yeah.
So I have a YouTube channel. I started last January. No, not January. I think it was February.
Okay. Yeah.
And I just kind of started for fun, man. I wanted to do something different, you know.
Yeah.
And I've been gigging a lot. I'm originally from Texas,
Okay.
so San Antonio, Austin.
Right.
So I played the Austin area for a long time
Yeah.
in San Antonio, and I known a lot of people there. And I did watch that video you told me about.
Yeah.
About
Off the beaten path.
yeah,
Mr.
Malone.
Yeah.
Yes. And then he interviewed a guy from that he said that was Eric Johnson's drummer.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I know I used to know the guy, the original guy, who his name was Tommy. He owns a drum shop in Austin called Tommy's Drum Shop.
Okay.
That used to be Eric Johnson's original drummer. So
Wow.
so yeah, cool small
connection.
world, man.
Right. Yeah. Mike's.
But we are very, very grateful to be here with you today, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I appreciate you coming and checking out my house and gallery space.
Sure.
Yeah.
And all the viewers that, watch this channel, let's start, man.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this guy here. Let me get a little
Sure.
closer
Actually,
here. Wow. Look at that.
Let's do it from here. I
From
think
this
there's a
side. Okay.
chronological sense to this.
All right.
I
Well,
think.
I'll let you
Sure,
do the
sure. So the whole thing. I'm a drummer.
Okay.
I've been playing for 30 years.
Awesome.
Recording, playing, gigging, just having incredible music experiences.
Yeah.
As I started to play with my last group,
Okay.
there were like acoustic moments, like coffee shop
Oh,
situations.
sure.
And I was just not prepared for that.
Yeah.
So I put together this little small kit, like a 16-inch floor tom is the kit.
Okay.
And then just kind of patched it together and did this acoustic show.
Yeah.
Which was great. And then my guitar player came up to us and said, "Wow, it's just black. Like,
Sure.
That's so not like you."
Yeah.
And there was something about that just resonated with me, that I
Yeah.
went home and thought about it. I'm going to rip that plastic off.
Sure.
And then once that doorway opened, that just became my creative outlet.
Great.
I have a painting
Interesting.
background. I have a master's degree in metalworking.
Oh.
So I have I've taught for 20 years at middle school art.
Wow.
So I have a lot of art background. So
That's awesome, man.
Art, instruments.
Here in our home state of Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely. Yeah, those two came together perfectly for me. So I call them instruments of art.
Okay.
They're not sculptures. They're all playable.
Yeah.
I try to play them out at least once.
Sure.
To
Sure.
run them if I'm going to sell them. And what
Yeah.
you're looking at is basically like pretty much my collection.
Okay.
There's a lot of other work out there that I've sold and done as commission work. And
Yeah.
if there's people out there that want one of these drum sets, you could definitely contact me. Or
Yep.
I work with a lot of people with their second kit, you know, the basement one or
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one that
Yeah.
you don't really want to get rid of, but it doesn't really have a purpose.
Sure.
So I do a lot of that.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Awesome.
anybody can contact
And
me.
you rewrap too? I saw on your website.
I do a lot of you know, vintage stuff and
Yeah.
restoration.
Very
as
cool,
well.
man.
But, yeah, what you'll see today is basically, you know, the house gallery.
Okay.
And it's clean and organized.
Yeah.
So you're getting so,
And you can find your, I mean,
Yeah,
I
you can
found your
find me-
stuff on,
I'm on Instagram.
Instagram.
At Breslow Drum
Yep.
Co.
Okay.
You can just put that in there and you'll find me. And then my website is breslowdrumcompany.com.
Very cool.
Yeah, just
Very
look it
cool,
up
bro.
and,
Wow.
yeah,
Let's check it out, man.
Yeah, so
Tell
one
me a
of the
little
first
something.
ones that I did was the bottle cap kit. And these are actually
Wow.
2 bottle caps. So the first one is smashed down because I put a bunch on there and realized like nothing was happening.
Yeah.
I needed another one to actually make the sound, and then I spray painted all of the screws to match.
Wow, that is
So
freaking
that was
awesome.
the first one, and then I feel like I needed something in the front.
Look at that.
So I just kind
That's
of wired
pretty
this
cool.
up, and
That's
then, you know, as
wild.
you're kicking it, this will kind of jump around a little bit. And then once I made one, it
Yeah.
sounds fantastic. Once I made
Wow.
one, it just seemed like I got so many compliments on it. I was
Sure.
like, all right, let's do this. So then I just,
Look at that.
you know, went with a full kit.
That is
These,
wonderful.
are my 2 favorite beers, which were Yingling and Leinenkugel.
Awesome.
But I don't drink anymore, so it was a good thing that I got all these bottle caps. And I did, because I'm not producing anymore.
Very
But
creative, man.
yeah,
Very
this was
creative.
great and a lot of fun, definitely. Like at a bar. that
Yeah.
kind of scene.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I collected vintage posters, circus posters, for probably about 3 years.
I like
to
that
just
logo.
Find, oh, thank you. Just to
Breslow.
find the right one. So, yeah, those are the Evans hydraulic heads. I do a lot with Evans. They should. sponsor
Yeah,
me.
great heads, man. I have a bunch of Evans on my kit
Yep.
also.
So a
Wow,
lot
look
of
at
this is
that.
collecting.
Okay.
You know, it's like these are real posters. You know, sometimes people will come up to me and they're like, "Oh, that's a cool wrap." I'm like,
Wow.
"It's not really a wrap at all.
Sure.
There's no plastic wrap. You know, I don't
Wow.
print anything like that.
That is
these
nice.
Are real posters, all lined up. Yeah, it's the
Very
real thing.
cool.
So I varnish them and seal them to make sure that they're gonna.
Yeah.
But they'll age just like anything else.
Okay, just like a normal drum set.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Money.
Yeah.
Dum,
This
ba,
one
da, dum,
sounds
dum,
great. I played this one about a year ago.
Nice. Little
These
port
were,
there.
Came out of a school, you know, like an education lesson in like
Okay.
first grade of all the different bills and what they look like up close.
Yeah.
So this lady gave them to me, and it just felt like this is a kit. You know, I need to have enough of. Sometimes people give me stuff, but it's not enough. You know, like it's got to be a large amount. To
Sure.
do, this one, I'm a huge fan of the Olympics.
Okay,
So
we're
I
looking
wanted
at
to
this
just
guy
kinda
right
go
here.
back
Wow.
And start in the beginning with the early ones, you know, in Stockholm and Amsterdam,
Mm-hmm.
1922, 24, 1912. This was great. This was a great
1928.
project. And,
Look at
yeah,
that.
just fit them all
Wow.
together. They're from different countries. Most of these are in the 30s and 40s.
Wow.
And then the lower one is more like 50s and 60s.
That's awesome. And people can buy these if they want
sure.
to? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. Yeah. This
Cool,
fits
cool,
for
cool,
sale.
man. Wow.
Also spent a lot of time with the hoops. I feel like this is an area a lot of people don't really concentrate on.
Yeah,
Like I matched up the Munich with the date here. Try to keep them in order. Same thing.
Very
with the-
creative, man. And it looks like they're kind of like in the same 18, 16 or 20 or
Yeah, that's a 20.
okay.
That's
this
a 20. These are
this is
all
a 20.
22s.
22s, okay.
Yeah, these are
Very
all
cool.
22s.
Wow. Nice, nice,
Going
nice.
around,
We
do
got
a-
some cowbells.
Do a lot with cowbells. You'll see more in the shop in a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. But this is just a great way for people to get into the brand and have
Uh-huh.
something original. Every one of these is a one of a kind.
Okay.
I rarely make two
Of the same?
They're all unique. So I always
Wow,
tell
look at the
people,
art on there.
You'll get an original one, and you'll
Wow.
never find another one like it.
That is very, very cool. Look at that. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
What's this one up here? A little road map on top
Yeah.
there. Awesome.
So I try to make a cowbell and a pair of sticks for each kit. So if somebody buys one, that's like a little combo.
Oh.
This map goes with this.
Oh, look at that, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, that is nice.
From just a few months ago, just the summer, and it's a great size. It's an 18 by 18, and then an 8 and a 10.
8 and a 10.
So it's just it's really small and compact. You just like pick up the whole thing.
That'd be great for like a smaller coffee house gig,
definitely.
or
And there's one more drum that's like
a little jazz gig or something like
really
that.
Explore different maps. These are European. I think this is from Japan. That's an older one also.
Wow, that is nice. Very, very, very creative. Wow.
Above it, records. Felt like that could be a really cool thing. Took me a long time to figure out how to bend the record to fit around with the drum correctly.
Wow, that is, that looks like it would be
First,
tough
I
to
was
do.
Like, I'm going to do all my favorite records.
Look at that.
You know, Dark Side of the Moon and stuff.
Right
and
here.
I was like, well, I can't, break Dark Side of the Moon like that. So then I just went to like Goodwill and found some like older, goofier kind of records.
I've never seen something like that. I've never even thought of
took a while
doing something like that.
Right, it's an original idea, and there's no video out there to tell you like, oh, here's how to bend a record correctly.
Yeah.
So here's one that I just didn't turn out right. So I cut each one and then filed them down, and then used a heat gun to try to just find that natural balance.
Wow.
This is always fun, right?
Look at that.
I usually mount that as like a symbol. It just makes no sense at all.
Very cool.
It's a cool object.
Nice.
And then these are one of the toms that go with it. So
okay.
These are all just different covers.
I like the art on the bass drum there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my friend Troy Yanakopoulos.
What year is this Ludwig?
This is probably like 40s.
Wow, that is nice.
There's a few vintage ones sprinkled in here.
Sorry. Let's see here. Look at that. It's the older style badge and beautiful, beautiful bass drum. Yeah. Wow.
Somebody gave me that drum.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll keep going across. Hopefully this one already maps. 1776. This is a whole kit. You'll see the drums in the back room.
Wow.
Yeah. I played this once on 4th of July, and it's just absolutely the perfect
wonderful
thing.
Colors,
Yep.
of course.
License plates. These are all
license
vintage
plates.
Wisconsin plates.
Dang, look at that.
Really nice. I even matched all the screws.
I recognize that one. Thank you, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Definitely. I try to match up all the screws here too to give each one like its own look, and then here's the full one.
Nice. Very creative.
This is also a kick drum that you'll see in the other room. Just
okay.
Sort of scientific specimens.
Some jingles up here.
Yeah, you'll see more of that too.
Awesome.
Below is relatively new kit, all wrapped in burlap.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Wow, that is cool.
It's got a snare, and I even wrapped all the hardware. So I have a few stands that
look at that.
And wrapped them.
So cool, man. Wow.
I collected these for a while too.
Ooh, I like that. Tomahawk.
Yeah.
That is sweet.
Yep, that's a 20.
Wow.
And then using some of these little spaces to accent the rope and just
there's rope on there.
This is also one of the first kits that I started to distress the hardware.
Okay.
So it was a little, it was a little banged up because all of this is recycled. I'm not trying to keep it at like a $75 to $100 limit on buying a kit.
Okay.
Unless somebody brings me something like these I have to keep. Luckily, you've been to the motherland of Greenfield.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm a regular there. They know me there.
This is cool too, man. This is kind of like another kind of a candy place, candy store.
For sure.
Very, very, very creative, man.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Yeah, this one's great. It sounds good. It sounds just like you'd think, nice and warm and muffled.
And a lot of these kits, you said that are, they've been like in the drum shows.
Yeah, so I did St. Louis drum show was my first.
Wow,
that was 4 years ago.
Very cool.
And then I've done Chicago drum show 3 times.
Okay.
And then last year I did the Music City drum show.
Wow,
that was the first time
Sweet.
in Nashville. So I felt like, okay, audience is bigger. I was right next to the Yamaha booth.
Wow.
So that was cool, but it was great. I met tons of great people. I sold some stuff, and
Good, man.
The shows are always great. The drum community in the Midwest is fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, trying to get the word out, and show all the viewers from not just in America, but like in Canada,
For sure.
the UK, Europe, mainly places where they speak English or they can understand it. YouTube is coming out with a thing in 25 where some of these countries where they don't speak English, like let's just say Brazil, they're going to have a button where you can hit it, and then that person can understand what we're saying,
Right.
which is really cool.
Yeah,
Because I mean, if they see something like this, they're going to be like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
Somebody's going to see that,
Right.
and maybe a dude with tons of money is going to go, "I want that kit right there,"
You can
which
have
would
it.
be really cool.
I'll ship it to him.
All right, where to? Let's see.
Back over here. This is something I just finished.
Okay.
These
Ooh,
were
nice.
MIJ concert toms, and they just reminded me of sort of like Greek pottery or something. So
Sure.
I've taken like a further step in painting and distressing the hoops and the hardware more and more and more. So I clear coat them at every stage, but a lot of it is under painting and then sort of removing it back.
Yeah,
and I'm doing more and more of that.
Wonderful, man.
Those are the lugs, basically like the whole thing. It's like creeping in
Yeah,
the whole
wonderful. It's nice to see that somebody's doing something with drums that nobody wants instead of throwing them away.
You get that rusty spot on there.
Yeah.
You get it off.
Little elbow grease.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think, Fran, so far?
Awesome.
Thanks, man. All right, a little variety down here. These are all just bits and pieces.
Yeah.
That one goes with the little 18 by 18.
Okay, yeah, that guy right there.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that snare right here.
They're all kind of bits and pieces that fit in there. This is corduroy right here. If you want to.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's a whole
Wow, that's wild. Wild but cool, man.
Yeah.
Somebody will be into that,
I love corduroy.
And then you got the old Ludwig pedal.
Yep, gotta know where you came from.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Definitely.
The old Speed King.
My philosophy is if it's vintage, I'm not gonna wrap it or paint it.
Okay.
I'll keep it. I might do something to the head,
Wow, that
but
is
I would never
nice.
paint over and do something to that.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
That's
recorded
beautiful.
an album this summer, and that was my kick. It was incredible.
I can
And
imagine
it was all
how
painted. I got it for $50 at Chicago. It was just like,
Wow.
took a lot
$50
of scraping and painting. It was a mess.
Brought it back to life.
Brought it back to life. for
That's
sure.
awesome. Very
Right,
cool.
Mid-century modern.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just sort of a variety of this. Has like a matching snare drum, some rocket
Very
toms
cool.
or octavoms.
Mhm.
Those match. And also, if you look in there, you can also see the.
Oh yeah, look at that. There's some art going on in there. And they sound nice.
Yeah.
It's not like it's losing anything.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. This all kind of goes together.
Yeah. This is nice. I like this
Yeah, it's like a
graphic here.
Yeah, it's like a mid-century modern print.
Very
All
cool.
of it.
You got the old Evans 56.
I do like the calfskin. I do like
Yeah.
the Evans.
Oh,
these
man,
Evans
those are
kinda fits
nice.
my work.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Well, a lot of vintage drums. It only goes hand in hand. Look at that. I like that. Very, very nice.
You come around.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see.
Wow. Yeah.
Snare
All right.
drums.
That's what I hope for someday.
Oh yeah. Well.
Something like this.
Yeah.
Just wall to wall. I just made a video, and sometimes your other partner, female or whatever, wife or whatever
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say, do you need another one?
27 snare drums.
Yes, I
No,
do.
of course not.
I need 28.
I think 28, exactly.
Wow. Very cool.
My wife and family are very supportive of what I do. They're
That's cool.
Super cool. My band plays here. At my band before this band played here for years. Like my kids and wife, they're fantastic.
That's awesome to have. Always.
They're very supportive with this.
Yes, because it could be stressful for the opposite, right? I mean,
Right. it's
I've
a
had
lot of
both.
stuff, for sure.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah, so this is the little MIJ section for the most. I love MIJ.
Okay.
Probably 4 different kits. I like the
That
way they
is
sound,
beautiful.
and they're super light.
Yes, look at
Dragging
that.
them around. You don't care too much about them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my own little private, collection.
Awesome.
This is a little bit more modern. This was Big Pearl. That was the first snare drum I ever owned.
Okay. Well, yeah, the steel, right?
Yep.
And then you have the Sensitone. Is
Yep.
that Sensitone?
This one was like bits and pieces about the shell, musical round, and then I kind of ordered all the parts, inspired by Mike Malone. Shout out to
Cool.
him, 'cause watching his videos, kind of, hey, I could do that,
Yeah.
And then this section is I bring to usually drum shows. So
Very
here's
nice.
Some nice distressing and underpainting, all the little hardware.
Yeah.
Just turned out really nice.
Boy,
this
that
is a
looks really
collaboration
nice.
with Christian from upstate New York. He's a tattoo artist.
Wow.
So this is all stuff off of his website and stuff that he made
That is beautiful.
for me. And then
That
there's
catches
some-
my eye a lot for some reason. Maybe it's the different colors and stuff.
Yeah, his
all
work's
the-
fantastic.
Wow, that is really, really, really nice. Wow, I see you got what type of head do you have on there on the?
This is
It's a Evans, of course.
Evans, yeah, I think it's a clear.
Clear. Oh, very, very nice. I like that a lot, man. Look at that.
Yeah, his artwork is fabulous. Yep.
Just got to get a close up on there of all this beautiful, beautiful artwork. Yeah. I mean,
More
man, there's some.
corduroy.
Oh, look at
shows what they
that.
did.
That's creative. Wow. And it fits. It fits nice.
Fit,
You know?
Right. Oh yeah, that's I'm not just gonna. If it needs to be on there.
Sure.
I have a variety of tricks and adhesives and glues. Job one is get it on there flat so it stays.
Sure. Wow.
So these are real.
I am really, really kind of like shocked. I expected cool stuff, but this is over the top for me. I mean, cool, much more than what I expected. Very, very,
That's good, right?
very, very cool, man.
Well, like I said,
Wow.
each one, no matter what it is, it's a one of a kind.
Yeah.
If it's the kit or just a snare or a cowbell, there's never two. Sometimes I'll do an idea again.
Okay.
But it's rare. It's usually one thing to the next. Each one is different. And then as I do that, I'm just learning more and gaining more expertise on
Yeah.
adhesives, glues, varnishes.
I suppose, right?
Ordering different papers, collecting, each one
Yeah.
is trying. If I just did the same thing all the time, I think I would just be stuck.
Sure.
Right now
sure.
I think I'm like right at the intersection of art and instrument.
Well, yeah, I think art's like that, right? When you do something,
Right.
you always have a different idea,
Yeah, yeah.
different sound or different feel.
Yeah.
I totally get that, man.
On to the next and next.
Mhm.
Yeah. Again, more snare drums up on that's sort of the wall of fame.
Wow,
Those are
look at that.
Those are
I'll get a little-
ones from the 1920s.
1920s.
The Accolade.
Yeah.
Slinger Lane.
Wow.
That's just the
Very
nicer
nice.
vintage stuff. Back here is all phrenology. So this was a little study in that.
Beautiful.
And there's a
Wow.
lot of drums. It's a big kit. I usually don't make them like that.
3 on top, 2 on the bottom, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know. Maybe YouTube videos or something.
Very
Also
cool.
influenced by the godfather of all of this, which is R. David R.
Okay.
R.
David
When
R?
I first started when I first started tearing drums apart, I watched a lot of his videos and was like, okay, this is definitely doable. I adopted his philosophy of use what you have.
Sure. Very,
If it
very
doesn't
cool.
match,
Yeah.
okay, it's okay.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
cut something down, and rather than constantly ordering, and
Yeah.
buying, I have so much already.
Uh-huh.
So if it's sometimes stuff gets a little mismatchy.
Okay.
There's definitely a component of restoration in every one of these. I'll get a kit and it will be beaten up and rusty. So
Yeah.
job one is restoration.
Restoration. Yeah.
Cleaning it, scraping,
Yeah.
repainting if I have to, all that kind of stuff. And I'll show you the shop out in a little bit.
Okay.
But this guy was pretty pretty torn up when I got it. This is a newer kit. I did this over the summer, and I'm going in this direction a lot more, which is trying to get away from just the standard sizes and configuration.
Yes.
It's like I feel like we see the same sort of size all the time. So this is just experimenting with little drums, mounting them in different order.
Wow. Yeah. It's a
It's
little guy.
like a concert tom. Wrap this one myself, and they're
Very
flat,
cool.
You know, they're really nice.
I like that. I like that. I like that there's no
Yeah, I'm a
underneath
big
there.
concert tom fan. You'll see a little more of that. And then I like to put my just signature red little touch of detail in there.
That is very, very sharp. Wow. Awesome. Awesome.
This is stamp kit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
Look
of
at
effort,
that.
a lot of stamps, a lot of sorting. But these are all postcards, real postcards that I got at a rummage sale.
Arizona.
Grandma's house.
Wow. Look at that. Very
Try
nice.
to organize them by color.
I like this right here.
Yeah,
This-
more experimenting, you know, with concert toms. They're, you know, it depends on what you're playing, but they definitely have their own unique sound. Much lighter, much smaller too.
That looks fun to play.
box.
I mean, not only is it really, really cool looking, but it looks really fun to play. You got the extra toms on the side there, so
Experimenting. You know,
Experimenting.
getting away from the normal like symmetry of
Yeah.
this goes here and it. You know, I mean, you know, if we all play like that,
Yep.
it's like.
It gets boring.
Yeah, and then if you're lefty, you switch it over to the other side. So, I, you know, like maybe you turn around for one song, like you're playing with a big rock star, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why can't we do that?
Right,
You
exactly.
know?
We
and
sure
I
can.
like percussion. I always love small drums. The group that I play in is like a New Orleans soul, blues, and jazz.
Oh, wow, that is
And there's a
that's
lot
tight.
of opportunities for, you know, a little bit of reggae.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, nice.
I love small drums.
Wow. You have to plug one of your videos.
Yeah, I will send you that. I usually use this as part of my display.
Okay.
So I like to put this whole thing on a table so it's super elevated.
That is awesome. Look at that. Beautiful bird. And drum, too.
Yeah.
What size do you think that is?
That is an 18.
18.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah. I got a little MIJ in the corner. That's my favorite one.
Look at
I
that.
just got it from Facebook Marketplace for $50, and it was just
Really?
in
$50?
$50.
For-
Just the shells and all of the hardware was in one garbage bag.
Oh, that's
You know,
sad,
all of it,
man.
all of it. So it was just sort of like figuring the whole thing out. It's a little mismatchy, but it sounds great, and it's really
Wow.
fun to play. It's a 20.
It's a 20, yeah. Wow. I used to have a vintage one like this. It was a pearl, and I got it from that guy over there because he used to work for the city, and they used to come and dump stuff at just leave it there, and drum sets and people that just didn't want anymore, they just kind of leave it there.
Yeah.
And then he would go and pick it up.
There you go. Yeah.
He found like 3 or 4 vintage kits.
So this is the band room. So
Okay.
This is where I
The
play.
jam room. Wow.
Yeah, with my group and other people
Mm-hmm.
for probably the last 15 years. It's great that it's in-house and it's like comfortable for me and the people that are here.
Yeah.
We can kind of just sit out there and relax.
Wow, look at this kit too. Wow. So you did all this here too, right?
Yes,
on the
definitely.
hardware?
Yes.
Okay.
definitely.
Because
Yeah,
that looks really
Yeah,
cool, man.
It's really sharp. It's a
I mean-
pearl. So I left a little pearl logo on because pearl. I like pearl.
I really dig that a lot. I mean, it's
Cut these
different.
toms down too.
Uh-huh. Oh,
That's
you
why
did?
they're
Wow.
like 6.5 inches. Because I'm not that tall, and with a 22-inch kick, and you can never fit them in there.
Yeah.
Like you want. So yeah, this was the first one that I really figured out the distressing. I think I did it with like orange and. So now I sell these. People can contact me through my website or my Instagram, and they can just tell me the sizes and the whole configuration. And I have about 4 or 5 different colors that I use.
Okay.
And I'll just do all the hardware and send it back to them. Or if people just need the hardware, I can go out
Sure.
and get it and do the same sort of distressing.
Wow, that's great to know, man, that you can must be very, very talented if you can do all that, man. And
I love it.
I'm a
It's
basic
because
guy.
I want to do it.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
if
You got
it
the
was
passion
forced,
for
right,
it.
If it was forced
Yeah.
upon me, this year I left the education world after like 25 years of teaching art.
Oh,
To
wow.
do this full
Okay.
time.
Oh,
So
I see the
wanna-
connection.
Yeah, I wanna.
Awesome,
I wanna
man.
Give it a good run.
Look at that.
Well, I still got all my. Made it custom for myself.
Okay.
That's why I spent so much time just cutting the toms down, and making sure they're gonna fit. Like, how small can I get them without staggering them?
Sure.
Because then I'd have lugs and
yeah.
faces and so,
Creative. Yeah, I guess you got to think of all that.
Sometimes there's some cutting involved.
Mm-hmm.
Little surgery to get it where it needs to be.
I can see why this is your main or one of your main
One
kits,
of
man.
them, definitely.
Wow, beautiful.
It fits my group
Beautiful.
and the look of it and everything. Yeah, it just works. I'm a Dream cymbal player. I love Dream. They rock.
Cool.
I have a little variety of all their cymbals. The Bliss, the
Dream
Vintage
logo
Bliss.
right here.
Yeah, this is the Eclipse. I just got this one recently. Love it. Like with
Okay.
outer laving.
Nice.
Energy, and then I got a few tucked over here too. I've been collecting them for a few years, and they're affordable.
Can you show us what it sounds like a little bit?
I could
Just maybe like 20 seconds or something,
Sure.
just for the group, so they can kind of. Yeah. Woo-hoo! Yeah. Very cool, man. Very cool. All right, man.
Cool.
Wow. Oh, look at what do we have over here?
Yeah, well, every corner has got to have something.
that popped out too. I mean,
This was a collaboration I did with this Jenny Oceans artist.
okay.
And I sent her the shells. I cut them all down like that. And it's actually a mini micro drum kit. This is the snare. This is the kick.
Okay.
And these are the toms. So
Wow.
Super, super small.
This is the kick.
That's the kick. Yeah, I put it sort of facing upright.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, it's as small as I could possibly make it.
Look at the art.
Yeah, she did the
here.
artwork. She rocked it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wow.
Pedals.
Got some more pedals. Rogers. I haven't seen one of those in a
Yeah.
long time.
I just got that in a little.
Wow.
These
Some of this stuff is
ghost pedals. I'm like tripping over them around here.
bringing
I
back
have 3.
childhood memories.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that.
I'll go
Drumsticks, drumsticks,
This
drumsticks.
was a thank you for the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
Let me make some really, really detailed work. So yeah, that was the pandemic piece, right? And these were all sticks I collected. And I really tried my best to put them together. So like you can see like that's a pair, that's a pair, and that's a pair.
Oh wow, yeah. I see what
like
you
you
see
right here. Like I tried to keep them together
Uh-huh.
as best I can. Here's the duct tape ones from back in the 90s. Trying to make them last.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think there's
Oh, a lot of.
This is embossed leather. I recorded with the artist Dan Krill with this kit.
Beautiful.
Really warm and. I'll let you get in there.
I like the hoops too, man. Look at the hoops.
Yeah, one thing that
Look
I
at that.
do that a lot of people don't do, I'll give away my secret, is this little inner hoop, this little collar that's usually silver. I take the time to paint that.
Oh, yeah.
So if
at
not,
that.
normally, I did it here too. If not, normally it'll just be silver.
It
And
really
that's
sticks
cool,
out.
But I mean, just that extra little layer and time of taping it off and
I think
painting
that looks-
it gives it just a little punch.
Yeah, that really makes a big difference, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is that scientific one. I think you saw the drums out there.
Beautiful.
This is like an under the water one. This was the first time I ever wrapped that inner collar of the hoop.
Oh,
And then
wow.
I painted the inside white.
Very, very nice.
Just pushing it, how far can you?
Yeah, how far? I mean,
Yeah, right. Not
with
every
art,
little
I mean,
space. Yeah, it keeps going.
Yeah.
This is more embossed leather. Here's the corduroy.
very cool. Very cool.
This one goes with that. There's the ruler kit.
Wow, look at that.
I think that's
Very nice.
This is the toms that go with the license plate.
With the license plate kit?
This one
That is awesome.
This is a kit that every tom, which is this one and that one, and minus the kick drum, they're all snare drums.
That's a snare?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. That is pretty freaking cool. That is nice. Look at the head. Now, this
was a company. This was Visionary Drums. Unfortunately, they're not around anymore.
Okay.
Their product was killer. I wish
Beautiful.
So yeah, I have like a
See
13.
the top?
I
Wow,
have
that's
13 back there that also is a floor tom and has a snare on the bottom.
very, very cool. Wow.
And then there's one more right here.
That's with the other one. Okay.
Yeah, I know everything's a little out of order, but they do kind of all go together in some weird way.
Beautiful.
Oh. All right, you got enough energy for a little more?
Yep,
Okay.
sure do.
We'll go up and out.
All right, now we're going to the shop. Ready?
All right, welcome.
Wow. You have a lot of space, a lot of room out here
Yeah.
to work with whatever you need to do out here.
Yep. So when I first got out here, it was just like a blank canvas, and I put the siding up, and eventually put a wall up so I could have two spaces in the back.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of playing out here.
Oh, I
actually
bet.
Find that most of my creative playing comes like right in here.
Wow,
Like,
isn't that
be
something?
listening to music, a little
Yeah.
Grateful Dead, and then it'll just be
Okay.
like, oh, let's go.
Yeah, right on the kit and
what
plate.
I had before you were coming was I had two more kits in here, but
Okay.
this is usually how they go. Is there'll be one over here that's like in the making,
Okay.
like
Sure.
what it's gonna be. These guys are just about done, so this is brand new work.
Wow. Let's see.
Just literally
Let's take
just
a
finishing
little
it.
look
I
here.
bought most of the drum set for $15.
No way. What?
Which was the floor.
That's crazy.
The kick.
I want to know where you're shopping at.
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
Wow.
Definitely hit whatever you'd like. Yeah, matching cowbell.
I like that.
Distressed hardware. It's kind of me pulling out all the stops, all the painted hardware that I could get, all the bolts, screws, tension rods, everything, underpainting. Really just sort of push that. And then I've also wrapped that little area in the hoop.
Okay. Wow, yeah.
People don't usually mess with that, but I did that on the top and the bottom. And then on this one, I just like mismatched them because why not? Just a
Sure.
different. But again, rather than that,
Brew
just that
house
plain,
style. I like that.
rather than just that plain look, just something a little bit different that I could carry the design
Definitely,
through
definitely.
the whole kit.
It's got a cool vibe going on. I like it.
Yeah, just dialing it in, and it's interesting because it's a mixture of concert toms, long. Some of them that's like 8 inches. This one's like 4 inches. And most of that is just because those are the orphan drums that I have.
Okay.
I just use what you got.
$15, everybody.
15. Yeah.
I mean, not now, but I mean
Right.
before.
It was the kick, this floor tom, and 2 other stripped toms.
Okay.
All for $15.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm still in touch with the guy. Send him a picture like, hey, this is what I did. Sometimes I'll do that with people. I'll pick stuff. Like I have to get material. So my wife, especially, constantly Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Craigslist.
That is nice.
I've scored stuff for like $50 that, whole kits that I can strip down, clean.
Yeah.
And then
I got to start looking on Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
I've always wanted to have my own little store.
Yeah.
I'm not creative like this, but just to kind of sell, your little kits here and there, student kits, maybe a couple beginner and intermediate kits.
Yeah. That's the Vincent Van Gogh section.
I like this bass drum. That's very cool.
So I do a lot of this. You're talking about the bass drum.
Very, very cool.
So
That's very cool too. I see that it's shorter. Wow.
It's shorter. It's a lot easier to carry. You get the same sort of punch. The only problem is it does not fit in a snare drum basket.
Okay.
So I have an example over here. I just had to pull one off and actually just weld it. I have a welder back here, so I was able to just cut one.
Oh, I see what you did.
You know, and just
kind of
add
a little bit
piece
more.
on, you know, and so I have two of them. And
That's
again,
what it
this
is down there.
This was part of a haul of just stuff. It was so rusty and nasty that I was like, well, let me try it. Let me try to paint it, sand it down, and then let me try to, you know, I got the welder out and cut that piece, and then that was the second attempt, like after I did it. But it's great, and then that allows me to use all of these floor tom mounts, you know, for cowbells, tambourines.
Very, very creative, man.
Yeah, there's one more coming, and I'm trying to match it. So there's this twirl.
Dang.
There's the twirl there. Do you see it?
Yep. Wow, look
I'm
at
trying
that.
to match like the same area on the drum. This is
Twirl.
Pablo Picasso, just did the cowbell. Like
Yeah, that is really
That's
sharp.
Picasso Guernica.
Very, very sharp.
And this is
Show the
Charles
cowbells. I'll come around this side here and kind of look at this one again. Look at that. Boy, that's beautiful. Very, very cool. Man, wow. Here, man, this is different. And this is nice, too, because this is coming from somebody's spirit, you know?
Right.
Somebody's soul. And
Yeah.
wow, yeah.
I remember this. I think the main part of this kit was I think it was a Sonar Voyager or something that I got for Music Around. I think it was like $75.
Okay. I have seen quite a few of these smaller, narrow.
I cut it like that.
Oh, you cut this one like that.
So when I first got started with all of this, almost a lot of the designs that you saw back in there, a lot of them were cut.
Okay.
And that was for some purposes of like the back end would be rotten.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
You know, like it's sitting in someone's, garage, or the design I was doing was pretty intricate, and the band I was playing in wasn't that very loud.
Okay.
So that's where like this whole generation of these shorter, and I probably wanted
drum
two
sets.
kicks.
I like that,
You
though.
know what I mean? I wanted two kicks. Like I could
Yeah.
get two things out of this, you know?
Can you imagine what that would sound like?
10 inches, to me, like this one sounds really great. My most recent work is I'm not cutting them anymore.
Okay.
And I'm just letting them be, but I am venting them more. So this one's got 3 vent holes, and I try to use my signature red color, just kind of popping them little pops of color here and there when I can.
And you got all the spare parts back there.
You can get back.
Take a little quick look here.
Some hoops, parts. And arc welder and like metal.
Definitely need all that stuff.
Yeah,
definitely.
Anything that needs to get like beat up or welded or grinded.
Yeah.
This stuff back. This area in here is more like woods area, paints, paper stuff. My chop saw.
You're set here, man.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in here.
Whatever you need to do.
Whatever I need to do, I got a tool for it.
That is awesome.
I worked hard to get to that place, you know?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort,
a
lot of love.
Definitely dedication. But
wow, dedication too. Yeah, of course.
Fork, spoon, and knife hanger.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I make a lot of these.
Spoon man. Wow.
Like a dangler. And this is, I sell stuff like this at Chicago and other drum shows. Just like a unique
on a stand,
piece,
on a cymbal stand.
Right, yeah, fits right on there. Look, and I even comes with a free drill bit.
Yeah, there you go.
I could not get it out. I think last bit is over here, and then I do a lot of this is recycling.
Okay.
So whenever I'm producing a lot of one thing, I'm always like, I wonder what could I do with that, and that's sort of with the spray cans. So
okay.
These are all spray can shakers.
No way, man! Look at that.
Each one is unique.
Check it out.
All different sizes. Again, no two are the same. So they start off with, this is just all paint. You can see these colors. This is all the stuff I did for the summer.
Okay.
There's that color for that Bauhaus one, hammer. It's just these are all stuff that I'm churning out, and now they're becoming shakers. So I sell these at online, and I also do really well with these at drum shows.
I bet.
For like
$20-$30,
you can get one that's unique, and you could walk away with something. That's just one of a kind. Recycling drum heads, something like all drummers produce. So here's just a little, you know, you could throw it on your snare.
Yeah.
Here's what one, just you can see, it's just a bottom part of a snare of a drum head.
Okay.
And it's just laminated with
very
paper.
clever. Wow.
These are, I think a few, I don't know. So you kind of see in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like some of them are weighted, so it kind of dampens the whole thing. Here's sort of a heavier one where I do with Remo, you can kind of see all riveted together. And these are cool. I have a table's worth of this sort of stuff. So I know at Chicago this year, I'm definitely going to have more of that type of stuff.
That's coming up in
May.
2025. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, last little bit. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you, man.
coming.
Thank you for allowing me to come and
Definitely.
check out your beautiful art and work and
appreciate
drums,
you coming
man.
out.
And
for you, a sticker.
Sweet.
And you get to pick a shaker.
Oh, no way.
Yes,
Really?
definitely.
Oh.
100%. Anyone you want.
All right. Thank you very much.
Shake them all and see what's what.
Okay. Well, man,
But, yeah,
I think I'll do that off camera because it's going to take me a little bit.
Man. Yeah. Well, thanks,
all right,
everybody.
man.
I appreciate your time and energy and support. Check
Yep.
out Breslow Drum Co.
There it is. He plugged it in, man.
It's in there.
Awesome. Franklin, Wisconsin. Check it out. Everybody that watches this channel, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Yep.
Very grateful. Drum community, this is what we bring, you know. Go online, check out his work, get some stuff.
When we were strangers till just now.
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
Right, we just
Not
met each
anymore.
other.
Not anymore. So thank you for watching. Love what you do. Do what you love. And keep on rocking, man. We'll see you next time.